Hi guys, welcome back. So guys, in this video we are going to understand what is NavLink and what is the difference between NavLink and link. So first of all, let us see what are the topics that we are going to cover it in this video. First of all, we will be seeing what is NavLink, then we will be seeing the difference between NavLink and link, and finally we will be applying active classes, okay, and then we will see one important interview question. So guys, before we start, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and also make sure to check this playlist on React Router. Okay, you will find a lot of helpful videos. So guys, let's start today's video by looking at the interview question that we have seen in the last video. In the last video, we have seen the interview question that was, what is the difference between link and NavLink? And I also showcased you that if I replace the link with NavLink, it was behaving exactly same. There was no difference. Then what is the difference between them, and why are we having two things for the same, right, to achieve the same result? So guys, it is not like so. Both have their own things, okay, and you can say NavLink is kind of beneficial in some cases. Let's understand. Basically, in React Router, link is a component which is used for general navigation. We have also used links for different things. Even if you see on our header, these about login tutorials, all these are links. Okay, if I'll take you to our navbar, in my navbar.jsx, all these are links as of now, right? So links are basically used for general navigation, while NavLink is a specialized version of link that provide additional features for styling the active link in navigation menus. Okay, so for example, if I take you to this website, okay, like react.dev, basically what does this provides us? Let's see that. Okay, what does NavLink provides us? We are trying to see that. Okay, now I am on the home page as of now, and if you see, if I go on reference, can you observe that this is differently highlighted, so which makes it very clear that currently I am on reference page. When I am clicking on learn, it is highlighting it in a clear way. So when we use NavLink, it is giving us this kind of active class which tells us that you are particularly on this page. Okay, so it highlights it. So that is what we can achieve using NavLink. Okay, let's try to do this in code now. So basically, let's read the answer once again. In React Router, link is a component used for general navigation, while NavLink is a specialized version of link that provides additional features for styling the active link in navigation menus. And whenever you are using any kind of navigation menus or navigation or header, then make sure that you use this one, NavLink, because then it will look wise, it will be very good. Okay, and essentially we will come to this line later once we have implemented the code, so that you will understand it better. Okay, now what we will do is, first of all, instead of changing these headers as of now, we will apply NavLinks on these ones. Okay, to these links. Okay, because these links are also links as of now. So where we will find these links? This we will find in tutorials component. So let me go to our tutorial component and see here in tutorial component. In our last video only, I have updated all of these with NavLink, right? But you might say that why it is not working now when I am on particular page, like when I am on JavaScript, why JavaScript is not highlighted, right? This should have been highlighted. So guys, let me tell you how does this work. Okay, so let me take you to the inspect tool and see. Can you see this active class? How this active class is coming? Because currently I am on JavaScript, right? I have clicked on this NavLink, so that is why it is adding the class active here. Okay, notice that on React.js there is no active class as of now. Now you will notice that as soon as I click on React.js, this active will be removed from here and it will be added to React.js. Okay, see, it is updated, right? So active is now added to React.js, whereas from JavaScript it was removed, and even in the Node.js one also it won't be there. Okay, so at a particular point of time, only one can be active, right? So that is how it will work. When I click on Node.js, then you notice that here it will come, and from here React.js it will be removed. See, when I clicked on it, this active class came here, which means the class is getting added, but it is our duty to add CSS to that class. Okay, so how we will do that? Let's go to our code now. See, we are already having a file called as tutorial.jsx, and active class is getting added on the DOM itself, right? So what I can do is, we have a file which we created, tutorial.css. In this file, I can write something like this, okay, active, because as far as I know, as of now, this is getting added, right? So what I can do is, I can write something like font weight, and then I can give some font weight to it, okay, like 500, saving it. Let's see when I click on JavaScript, it is working or not. Okay, tutorial.css, or maybe we can have like font weight bold also. See, can you notice that it is now getting bold? When I click on Node.js, it is getting bold here. To make it more visible, I can even do something like change the color of any active one to maybe like red. okay, so that it is very clearly visible to you on the screen. See, currently we are our React.js NavLink is active, so it is red in color and it is bold. When I click on Node.js, this is active and bold. When I click on JavaScript, this is active and bold. So this is the advantage of using NavLink, okay, and I hope now it is very clear for you what is the difference between link and NavLink. Let's get back to our question and let's understand this statement. What it was saying, essentially NavLink automatically applies a CSS class called active to the active link based on the current route, making it visually distinct from the other links. Now I hope you can understand this sentence very easily, because I even showed you from inspect tool that when you will click on a particular link and if it is active, it will add a CSS class called as active, and you can use that CSS class to give your CSS or basic style, okay, customized style. Now there can be one situation, okay, which you can come across. For example, let me comment this out, okay. Let us suppose that there is already an active class that is getting used somewhere in your code, okay, and there is already, like, some CSS written to it. Now if you will try to write one more, the classes will overlap and some of the properties from that CSS will try to come in. Now what if you have to write your own custom active class, okay, you don't want to use the exact active word only, but you want to use custom active or any other word for active, okay. But since we have seen NavLink is giving us the word active, what we can do in this case, okay, so let me show you. See, this link class we need it, okay, always, because with this link we are just removing the underline, okay, of the text, as you have already seen in the previous video. But here now I will show you how you can do that, okay. Basically you don't want to use that exact active word, okay, you want to use some other word, maybe custom active. So see, what you can do is you can write your class in this way. Basically when you will write it in this way, you will get a is active, you can say parameter, okay, is active parameter. Now based on this you can do conditional rendering. Now is active will be what? It is just a value which is boolean, okay. Is active will be true when your link is activated at a particular point of time, and it is false when it is not, okay. So as I told you, link was, we always need link, okay, in any case we need link, okay. And I told you there is one another class which you want to create, which is will be custom active, or you can name anything of your choice, okay, it is totally fine. And this custom active, when it will be applicable, it will only be active, it will only be applicable if our link is active or I have clicked on that particular navigation link, okay. So I hope this is clear. Now this code, this class name, we will add instead of normal class name to all our, like, navigation links, and when we do this our code will work properly. It's just that we have to now write our CSS in, we can now write our CSS in this custom active, okay. So I will just copy this custom active, I will go to my tutorials, and instead of that thing I can write it like this way, and I can basically write my both the things here. And to make it, like, to make you feel like it is different, I'll give it a different, like, maybe name green. Let's go to our code. See, can you notice it is working properly, right? Guys, this was very important. Don't think that, why are we taking this stress of, like, understanding this extra thing that, if we have a is active parameter and then we are doing conditional rendering based on that. I am teaching you this one because this is a very important interview question. You can say that, out of, if you are getting questions on React router, there is very much high chances, or you can say around 70 to 80% chances are there that you will get this question, that what is the difference between link and NavLink. And if you even explain that, they can even ask you this thing, that if you have to write your own custom active class, how can you do that? So you have to tell them this thing, that is active is also there. Based on that we can do conditional rendering. So I hope now it is very clear for you. So, and you can, I hope now you, if it is asked to you to implement this NavLink property or NavLink component on these links, you can easily able to do. So I don't want the video to be very long, so I am not doing it right away here. But after this, what I will be doing is I will be updating the code of this also from link to NavLink, and I will be pushing the code to GitHub. You will be getting the link of this code in the description box of this video, so you can access this code, this updated code, from the description box. So guys, I hope now you have understood it, okay. If you have any doubts, please put them in the comment section. Do share your feedback, and if you are finding this videos helpful, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you next time.